Einstein's quotes for a curious mind. Let's begin with a truth that reshapes how we view intelligence. It's not the accumulation of facts that defines a sharp mind, but the boundless stretch of imagination. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge but imagination. This insight cuts to the core of what drives human potential. Knowledge is static, a map of what's already known, while imagination acts as a compass, guiding us toward the uncharted. Logic will get you from A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere. Captures this perfectly. It's not just poetic fluff, but a call to action. A scientist relies on logic to solve equations, yet the breakthrough, the eureka moment, leaps from creative vision. Someone once imagined riding a beam of light, leading to relativity, proving that imagination doesn't just solve problems, it redefines them. Curiosity powers this process. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing, reminds us to stay inquisitive. Picture a child tugging at the world with why, after, why. That's the mindset we lose as adults, trading wonder for certainty. The search for truth is more precious than its possession. Explains why. Answers close doors, but questions fling them wide open. Reflect on your own life. When you settled for an easy explanation, did it spark growth or stagnation? It's not that I'm so smart, it's just that I stay with problems longer. Reveals that brilliance isn't innate genius. It's persistence in wrestling with the unknown. If you're not lingering with questions, you're not truly living. Live simply, think deeply. Subscribe to classic quotes that inspire and embrace life's profound lessons. Now, let's flip the script on success. We're often told it's the golden key to happiness, but what if it's the reverse? Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. Turns the cultural narrative upside down. Consider a miserable billionaire, wealth abounds, but without joy, what's the point? Happiness isn't a reward, it's the fuel. When you're content, you're more creative, more resilient. Studies in positive psychology confirm that happy people outshine their dour peers, unburdened by emotional baggage. So, if you want to live a happy life, tie it to goals, not to people. Relying on others for peace is a shaky bet. They're flawed and unpredictable, while goals are yours to shape. This connects to pacing as well. Slow success builds character. Fast success builds ego. A lottery winner might strut with pride, but an entrepreneur grinding for years forges grit. Slow growth demands facing setbacks, adapting, and learning, character tempered in fire. Quick wins. They're a sugar rush, sweet until the crash. History shows this. Figures like Lincoln rose through repeated failures, not overnight fame. Failure isn't the enemy. Failure itself isn't the enemy. It's success in progress. You never fail until you stop trying. Drives this home. Every misstep is a lesson if you keep moving. Speaking of missteps, let's unpack mistakes. A mistake repeated more than once is a decision. Cuts deep, slip once, it's human. Repeat it, and it's a choice to stay blind. Yet, anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. Flips the perspective. It's a badge of courage. Innovators like Edison, with his 1,000 failed bulbs, thrived on stumbles. If you're not risking failure, you're not pushing boundaries. When did a blunder teach you more than a win? Learning builds on this. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. Offers a blueprint for growth. Yesterday's scars are wisdom. Today's your chance to act. Tomorrow's the dream that keeps you going. Experience is knowledge. All the rest is information. Underscores that books and lectures pale beside lived lessons. The only source of knowledge is experience. Echoes this. A student might memorize physics, but a scientist feels it in the lab. Pass it forward. Teach your children early what you learn late. Imagine the time saved if you'd known at 20 what you grasped at 40. But here's the crux. No one is coming to save you. This life is 100% your responsibility. It's harsh, liberating, and true. Blaming others keeps you a passenger, but owning it makes you the driver. When have you waited for a rescue that never came? Strength isn't loud. A man who stays silent even after being disrespected is far more dangerous than you think. Paints a picture of quiet power. Noise is bluster. Silence is steel. Think of a lion. It's stillness before the strike chills you. Weak people revenge. Strong people forgive. Intelligent people ignore. Builds on this. Revenge is a tantrum. Forgiveness takes guts. Ignoring is mastery. A calm mind is the ultimate weapon against any challenge in life. Seals it. Panic clouds judgment. Calm cuts through. Did frenzy or cool-headedness save you in a crisis? Resilience ties in. Conquer your mind and conquer the world. Isn't hyperbole. Your thoughts are the battlefield, and mastering them shrinks external chaos. Have the courage to fail if you want to be successful in the world, and embrace failure first. Doubles down. Failure isn't the end. It's the tuition for greatness. Titans like J.K. Rowling turned rejection into Harry Potter. Courage isn't avoiding falls. It's rising from them. Live lean. Don't live shyly for things. Old clothes don't define your talent. Poor friends don't lessen your worth. Aging parents are why you're here. Simple living isn't failure. Society screams appearances matter. Nonsense. A threadbare genius outshines a flashy fool. Be like water that makes its own way. Don't be like a stone that blocks others. Water adapts, eroding mountains, while stone sits rigid. Bruce Lee lived this. Fluidity over stubbornness. Solitude's a superpower. Learning to be alone and enjoying it is the most empowering gift you can give yourself. I live in that solitude which is painful in youth, but delicious in the years of maturity. Reflects this. Alone, you hear your own voice, undrowned by the crowd. The monotony and solitude of a quiet life stimulates the creative mind. Artists, writers, thinkers find their best in silence. When did silence spark your breakthrough? Nature teaches us. Look deep into nature, and then you will understand everything better. Forests, stars, rivers mirror life's rhythms. The more I study science, the more I believe in God. Science dissects, nature reveals. Everything's a miracle if you choose to see it that way. Challenges you. Why not? Time's slippery. I never think of the future. It comes soon enough. Warns against overplanning. Obsess over tomorrow, and today slips away. The only reason for time is so that everything doesn't happen at once. Adds whimsy. Imagine life as one chaotic burst. Stop worrying about the past. Stop thinking about the future. Just live in the moment and be thankful. Grounds you. Regret and anxiety steal now. Gratitude reclaims it. Change is inevitable. Change is never painful. Only the resistance to change is painful. Cling to the old, and you bruise. Flow with it, and you glide. Life's like a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Nails it, stall, and you tip. When did resisting change cost you more than adapting? Words matter. Half of a person's beauty comes from the tongue. A kind phrase outshines a perfect face. Don't raise your voice. Improve your argument. Volume's cheap, logic's gold. The biggest communication problem is we do not listen to understand. We listen to reply. Guilty? Next time, hear before you speak. Stop telling people more than they need to know. Oversharing dilutes power. Relationships shape us. Always remember that your children will follow your example, not your advice. Preach all you want, they'll mimic you. Don't trust what people say, watch what they do. Actions don't lie, promises do. I speak to everyone in the same way, whether he is the garbage man or the president of the university. Dignity's universal. Everyone should be respected as an individual, but no one idolized. We're all flawed humans. Truth endures. No matter how beautifully and passionately a lie is told, the truth ultimately wins. Lies dazzle then fade. Truth stands firm. Keep going to the court of conscience. There are true decisions. Your gut knows. When a powerful person is not punished for his crime, that punishment is distributed to the whole society. Unchecked power festers. Look at any corrupt regime. Purpose defines you. The two most important days of your life are the day you were born and the day you find out why. Birth starts you, purpose drives you. Only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile. Selfishness starves the soul. Don't live as a person, but live as a personality, because a person dies, but a personality lives forever. Legacy outlasts flesh. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be a value. Impact trumps accolades. Society's fragile. The world will not be destroyed by those who do evil, but by those who watch and do nothing. Indicts apathy. Three great forces rule the world: stupidity, fear, and greed. Cynical, but look around. Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. Empathy beats might. Hope keeps us afloat. Hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. Optimism with a safety net. Smile. It is the key that fits the lock of everybody's heart. Simple, universal, free. Turn tears into smiles, and you've mastered an art worth more than gold. Uplift others, and you rise too. Wonder sustains us. Age is no excuse to stop marveling. Stay a child before the universe's wonders. He who can no longer pause to wonder and stand wrapped in awe is as good as dead. Keep marveling. The most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious. Embrace the unknown. Only those who attempt the absurd can achieve the impossible. Dream wild. It works.